Well, hi, welcome to the Old Geezer's Diary here on Homemade TV. My name's Chris, and I'm just taking my afternoon constitutional as I usually do. Thought I'd share a couple of things with you today, and the thing that's got to me the most, I guess, is thinking about the WWII Day celebration coming up this Friday. It's really quite an odd one, isn't it? My dad was in the Second World War. And he was in the Royal Air Force. He didn't do anything wildly exciting or heroic, but he took part, and I think that must count for thousands and thousands of men, as well as the even more thousands of men who were involved directly in the conflict, i.e. in the actual fighting, whereas my dad was always working on an air base somewhere in India, I think, and in Burma, as well as in the UK. So he got around the world a bit, which was a good thing for young men in those days at least, and he didn't actually get shot out or bombed, so I'm really pleased about that from my point of view. If he had, I might not be here. But my old Uncle Ernie, he was a Suffolk boy, and he was in the Black Watch. He was out in the desert in North Africa, and he also was taken off the beaches at Dunkirk, and I understand he was also at some point he was in Germany towards the end of the war, and I think he was I think he saw a couple of concentration camps and didn't like those very much, poor man. And my cousin, long gone, I think my cousin's husband actually, long gone, was a man whose name also was Ernie, and but he was known as Whip, and Whip was a prisoner of war of the Japanese. He was a lovely bloke, but he was always a bit ill, and he had a pension, I think, from the Japanese government, I'm very glad to say, and that helped him. But he was a postie and a thoroughly nice bloke. I liked him a lot, we all did. So we've all got links, I guess, how if we have to go back another generation to get to the people who were in that war. But maybe, just maybe, some of our granddads for the younger people were involved. My dad and a lot of the boomer generation, like me, our mums and dads were involved. It's a thing to remember and to think about. And since the Second World War, we haven't had any big wars, but really big wars, I guess you'd say, but we've had some fairly serious conflicts like Korea and so on, Vietnam. And the reality, I suppose, is that we've been quite lucky in respect to big wars, but we haven't been so lucky in respect of smaller wars. There have been many British, European and worldwide soldiers killed in wars since the Second World War, and I think this might be a good time to remember all those guys as well. I don't know if you've been to the national I don't know what it is. It's I've forgotten the name of it. We went once years ago to the National I don't know, Memorial Park, I guess you'd call it, where they have the memorials to all the services, and they have a wall there with men killed, the names of men killed in wars, and the names go on, and they come right up to date. So worth remembering those guys this coming Friday, and I shall lift a glass to them, and I hope perhaps you will as well. I'm Chris, this is the Old Geezer's Diary. I'll see you soon.